Hi guys. Sorry I can't be with you today, but I wanted to kind of share a lesson with you about some writing that you're doing this week. So all this week we have been taking on the point of view of the character from our story Tight Times, and we've been trying to describe how just difficult life is for this person. And we've been writing from the perspective of that person, but we really want to make sure that our reader understands what we're trying to tell them. So the best way for writers to do this is to do something called elaboration. And there are three ways that I'm going to show you how to elaborate today. So when we think of elaborating, I really want you to remember it just as somebody saying, "Tell me more," and you're giving them lots more information. So we've done this once before when we learned how to bada bing our sentences. Remember back when we talked about that, we said you wanted to describe what your feet were doing, what you were seeing, and what you were thinking. So if I took my sentence, "I was scared," and I bada binged it, I wanted to tell what my feet were doing, what I was seeing, and what I was thinking. My sentence might end up looking more like this. I took a step onto the crowded bus and saw my worst enemy in the front row. I knew I was in for a terrible journey. See how much more descriptive that is? And it gives your reader such a better picture of what's going on in your story. Another way that we can elaborate or tell me more is something called "Where's the beef?" So you know I'm going to be excited about this one. But beef stands for brain, ear, eyes, feet. It's a lot like bada bing, but you're adding a little bit more. You have that ear part. Okay, so remember beef, brain, ear, eyes, feet. Describe what your brain was thinking, what you would be hearing, what you would see, and what your feet are doing. These can go in any order that makes sense. So if I start out with the sentence, "My family ate at a restaurant." Okay, not a bad sentence, but also not very descriptive. If I say, "Where's the beef?" I want to add some more information to this so that my reader gets a much better picture of what's going on. So instead of just saying, "My family ate at a restaurant," I end up with this. The Harris family charged into the restaurant like a herd of elephants that hadn't been fed in weeks. Their eyes grew huge as they scanned the buffet line and planned their attack. The grumble of their stomachs drowned out the chatter of the other customers. You see how much more descriptive that is? What a better picture your reader is going to get when you say that instead of, "My family ate at a restaurant." So when we elaborate, we really want to create nice pictures for our readers so they completely understand what we're trying to tell them. The last technique to do this is called pitchforking. So we call this pitchforking because if you look at this picture, it's a little pitchfork and it has these three different points on it. So when you pitchfork a sentence, you take a simple sentence and then you add three more details or ways to describe something. So if I start out with the sentence, "My little sister is annoying." Yeah, okay, not a bad sentence. But if I really want my reader to understand how annoying she is, I might pitchfork my sentence and add three more details or three ways to describe her. So my sentence then becomes, "My little sister is a whiny, irritating attention hog." So I've just described her in three ways that give such a better description instead of just, she's annoying. But how is she annoying? Well, she's whiny, she's irritating, and she's an attention hog. So what I want you to try and do this week when we're writing from the perspective of our character in Tight Times, I want you to try one of these elaboration techniques. So you can bada bing your sentences. You can answer, "Where's the beef?" So describe brain, ear, eyes, feet. Or you can pitchfork your sentences. Add three more details to describe your sentence. Help your reader really, really be able to picture and visualize what's going on. So if you can't remember any of these techniques as you're going along, feel free to come back to this video, replay, and tell me more!